Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Hope everybody's having a good day. We got some big movers on the watch list today. We got RR, a name that we've been buying around $3, up 14% with a lot of juice. Okay, look at this chart. It is just curling upward, looking very, very good here. This thing had a big move, right? We were buying this back here in September at around 250 to 280. That's the place we were buying last time. We bought that green dot right there. It had a really nice move up to 7. I think I sold around $4. That was a 100% trade from $2 to 4. It did end up going all the way up to 7, but that is a big fat breakout candle here. Looks like they got earnings after the bell, and that thing's up 14% going into earnings. Circle's also up 7% today, and then Link is absolutely breaking out here. I think the bottom is in for Link down here at around 1175. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Lots of charts setting up really nicely, guys. I think the bottom for both Bitcoin and altcoins is in down here at 80,000. I think that was the bottom for Bitcoin right there at 81. Really, a lot of signs of breaking out here today. We got a nice candle with a green dot there on Bitcoin. So, boom. Looking for us to get back up in here to the 120, 125 area. If that breaks out, things are going to get crazy. The thing I'm watching for right now on Bitcoin, I've been telling you guys this for a couple weeks, is that green dot there on the weekly chart. We're watching weekly charts right now with crypto. Okay, we normally watch the weekly when the monthly is red. So right now, Bitcoin's monthly chart is red, and I think we will find a bottom somewhere around this $80,000 level. If $80,000 breaks, that theory is obviously invalidated. But the best thing we could do right now is sit on our hands. Every single time since 2022 for the last 3 years, it's been a great time to buy when this blue wave is down here, giving us a green dot. Great time to buy back here in November. Great time to buy right here in September. Great time here in September of 2024. That was 2023. You had a good time to buy right here in April around 80. It went up to 123. So if you guys aren't familiar with our trading strategy, I'm going to highly recommend you come over here and take our free trading course. We also have the rules and stuff laid out. I used to cover these in the videos, but I am changing the format of the channel to be more catered to our members over here. We have chart requests we're going to be hitting today. We got FRSH, XCN, World Liberty Financial. We got ADA, Link, OP, ARB, DEC team. We're going to be covering as many of these today as we can here in the next 20 to 30 minutes, and we're just going to keep going down the list. So if you guys have requests that you want me to look at in one of these future videos, just drop it over here in the chart request thread inside of the Discord. And again, if you're not familiar with the strategy and what it is we're looking for, it's very important you understand our process and our strategy and our system before obviously watching these videos. So go over here, the trading course, if you guys are new, watch that, check out the trading rules, and we're going to dive into some chart requests right here, right now. We'll leave where we left off yesterday. We left off right here at FRSH from Senior. FRSH was Freshworks. So what I'm looking at on Freshworks here is a green dot on the monthly. So this would apply if you believe in this company. That is going to be one of the most accurate signals you can get using our strategy. So the higher the time frame with the dots, guys, okay, these are our buy and sell signals. The red dot means sell, the green dot means buy. So the higher the time frame, we focus more on a weekly and a monthly. So obviously everything's lining up really nicely here. I would take this trade here off that green dot, and then we use the daily to find our target. So your stop loss could be right there around $10. That's pretty much telling you that $10 is the bottom. This actually looks really interesting. So our target is always up here in the red zone. We always want to sell up here in the red zone. This is called a Fibonacci tool. If you guys aren't familiar with the Fibonacci tool, again, go take that free trading course, and it's going to explain, but this is typically where we like to sell. Okay, you look at a chart of Bitcoin. Where was the time to sell Bitcoin? It was when it was up here in this red zone. Okay, our red dot in the red zone is where we look to sell, and we want to buy the green monthly dots along with the weekly green dots as well. Okay, the green and the green dots on the monthly and the weekly chart are the most accurate buy signals, and your name there, FRSH, has a green monthly. I don't know what this company does or what it is, but it makes about $215 million a quarter. So pretty, not a small company, but I would say a mid cap. Got a nice range back up there to 18 to 19. So if you like that, I would definitely be buying off that green dot there on the monthly. So we also have a research tool over here in the Discord. You guys can take a look at FRSH. That's going to be Freshworks. And it looks like it is a software application company. So they develop and deliver a suite of software as a service. So they're like IT management, sales, marketing, animation, stuff like that. So software company, I do like it, man. I do like the monthly dot here. I would be a buyer of it at these levels with a target of up here in our red zone between 18 and 20. That looks good. We got XCN. XCN is a position I took a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week, actually. I actually just unstaked mine. So if you come here to the Onyx app, this is their website. So I really like this project right now simply because it's paying 29% APY. You can see that I'm making around 5,000 XCN a day. That's per day. So what I did was I just claimed my rewards and I restaked them before I started this video. But this is a really interesting project. I really like their website. I like their tech and I like everything that they're getting into. I think the fundamentals are strong and it's a very new project. So this thing came out. It looks like it's been around since 2022, but it had this really big move here in January, all the way up to 5 cents. Well, since that time, this is when everyone was talking about Onyx, right? Onyx coin. Everyone was super hyped up at 5 cents. It's dropped 90%. Okay, and we got that weekly signal last week. That's where I bought it. So I really like this one around 0.005. And if it goes back to 5 cents, okay, if it goes back even halfway, that's going to be a great trade for you. That's a 10x trade. That's 1,000% trade from where we're sitting if it goes back to its high right there at 5 cents. I really like the coin and I like the fundamentals of it. So I'm a buyer of this name. It's in my portfolio. And like I said, right now they are actually paying 29% APY just to stake it on their website. And the cool thing about their staking protocol is you can unstake it at any time. There's no cooldown period. So with some of these platforms, you have to wait 30 days or 7 days or 14 days, so on. You can take out your XCN at any time and sell it. There's no cooldown period on the staking. So I thought that was very attractive along with the APY. And just where it's sitting right now, down 90% right now from these highs. That was what? 11 months ago, down 90%. If you believe in the project and it's down 90%, it's a good time to probably accumulate it. And again, I really like that green dot there that we got a couple weeks ago. So I'm bullish on XCN. That one is in the portfolio. So I am a little biased because I own it, but I think it looks like a very interesting low cap project. We got WLFI, the crypto. This is Donald Trump's cryptocurrency here. It's his new company, World Liberty Financial. It looks good. Up above 10 cents. We got to be bullish on this one. Again, this is a very new coin, so it's hard to tell, right, really what's going on because we don't have a whole lot of data. It does have a green dot here today. So, right now we're just consolidating. So I tell you guys all the time, markets only do three things, right? They go up, they go down, or they go sideways. I think World Liberty Fi right now is in a sideways movement, and you can see that on the chart. We're just going sideways. There's no big move up or big move down. Okay, we're just kind of consolidating, going sideways. So we're building the base here. These guys obviously they're trying to be a cryptocurrency bank. It's obviously backed by Donald Trump and his family, the president of the United States. So it's a speculative play because it's so new, but I think the fundamentals are strong on this project. They got a lot of products and stuff they're releasing. So it's a new project. I can't really tell you where it's at on the monthly or the weekly just because, again, it just came out. But the daily chart today is given a green dot here. It gave one back here at 14. I would just say above 10 cents, this one looks good. I'd buy it here at 15, and if it goes back down to 10, I would just buy more. So don't go too heavy, right? We don't want to exceed 5% of our total portfolio on one position. That one looks all right, but again, it's very new, so it's very hard to do technical analysis on stuff that doesn't have the data, right? Doesn't have a whole lot of data. I can't see what the weekly is. I can't see what the monthly is, but it did pull back very hard there from 55 cents all the way down to 9. So I'm just going to say 10 cents is support on that, and it's trying to build support there at 15. I like it. I think altcoins are ready to bounce here. DEC looks good. That gave the green dot here on the weekly back here in November. That was at 84. It's sitting at 95 now. The monthly isn't green yet, but it does look like it's trying to turn here. If you're going to play this one, you could either wait for the monthly or you could attack it right now and use a stop loss at 79. As long as 79 holds, it looks good. I like the big pullback. That's a 50% pullback on this. Not sure what these guys do either. They have decent earnings there. But again, our target's up here in the red zone. So if you're buying, right, our goal is to be buying in the golden zones, right? We want to buy when the price is down here. This is when people are fearful. I tell you guys all the time, the best way to tell if people are fearful is by looking at a weekly chart. Where is the wave? Is it up here or is it down here? If it's down here, this is where we want to accumulate. Okay, up here, when the wave is up here, we want to be selling. We want to be taking profit. So if you believe in this company, I like it here with a stop loss at 79. We got Team, TEAM. This one's given a weekly here as well. And no monthly yet, but the monthly is deep. So again, last time the monthly was this low was back here in 2024 in October. Went from 160 all the way up to 320. That was a great trade. Same thing back here. You were buying right there at 150 up to 266. Nice trade. So if you want to wait for the monthly, do that. If you want to jump the gun on the monthly, you can add on this green dot here on the weekly. So if you believe in this project, I think these are good levels to be accumulating. I just make sure you use a stop loss at that low right there from a couple weeks ago at around 138. The monthly dot will confirm that, but it is at a very strong support level, as you could see on the chart. It's at a 2-year low right now. Okay, this was the low from 2023. 138 was that low. It literally tapped 138. It's trying to bounce here. So I'd be a buyer of this name as well, and just look for that monthly dot to confirm that move higher. We got OP. Again, guys, if you have chart requests, I'm doing these Monday through Thursday now. Friday is going to be where we go over our watch list. That's going to be my portfolio and also every name we're looking to buy next week. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell if you guys are new. Monday through Thursday are going to be about 20 to 30 minute videos where I'm answering all your guys' chart requests over here in the Discord. So if you have chart requests, just drop them over here and we will get to them eventually. And if you don't have access to the chart request thread, you need to become a member. It's around $4 a month to join if you guys pay for the year. So you guys can get access to that over here, the chart request thread over here inside the Discord. We got OP from Taurus, T-A-R-A-S. That was OP. OP needs a monthly. Okay, it needs a monthly alert. Look at the weekly. Weekly's getting down there too. So I'd buy this one on the next weekly or monthly if I was going long on it. I do not like the fact that it did break this low from back here in 2022. That's what I don't like about it. The wave is pretty deep, so I'd wait for the monthly signal on OP. ARB, I ended up rolling all my ARB into another name. It's kind of just been in a downtrend for a long time. Needs that monthly signal or the weekly signal. It looks like the weekly's coming. It's trying to build a base here at 20. So this looks very interesting here. Okay, it looks very interesting. Building the base at 20 cents. I would look for a weekly dot on that to add. I don't even think now's a bad time to take a position at this level. 20 cents is a very good, solid number. I think it bounces right here around 20 cents. So that weekly signal will confirm that. We call out all the signals over here, guys. All the signals are called out in the weekly. We had one go off on XLM today. We had one go off on Tesla, Vail, GXO, and a couple more over the last couple of days. We also call out the monthlies over here as well. So what I'd be watching for on ARB, I'd actually probably just buy this one right here at 20 cents with where the market is right now. I really like where things are sitting. What else we got? If you guys are watching, let me know down in the comments section below. Let me know how you're liking the new video format. Let me know what you guys are watching, what's on your watch list. Connect down in the comments with each other, guys. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together. If you guys see something that we may not see, drop it down in the comments section. Drop it over here in the Discord. We're here as a collective genius, right? We're not just doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the community. So that's the cool thing about, I think we got the best investing community online, hands down. So I love all you guys over there in the Discord. We're doing big things over here. Ada Cardano, same thing, folks. I'm paying attention to the weekly charts right now. Okay, the weekly charts are going to be the tell of the bottom. I called it on Twitter today. I think the bottom's in at these levels. Okay, I was going to wait till these weekly signals come, but I think these weekly signals are coming either this week or next week. You could see Ada Cardano. Every time this blue wave has been down here since 2023, you could even come all the way back here. These weren't that great to be buying back here in 2021 when we went into that bear market. But we haven't had this big move to the upside that we saw back in the last bull run. So I don't think the bull run has topped out yet. That's my stance. I think we're bottoming right here at these levels. So what I'm watching for on Cardano is the weekly signal. I think you're going to get that either this week or next week. You're already getting some coming through on some of these names. But I do like Cardano down here at 40 cents after this big, nasty pulllback here. Chainlink, we just covered. Did we cover Chainlink yet? Chainlink, I mean, this thing is setting up super nice. Again, every time, where should you have been buying with our indicator, right? Down here, blue wave down here, green dot buy, blue wave down here, green dot buy, green dot, green dot. Okay, all we're waiting on is the green dot. And again, I think that comes either this week or next week. I think you're going to see all of those fire over here in the Discord under the weekly alerts section. I think you're going to see a lot of those fire this week or next week. And you're going to see a big impulsive move up to the upside. The last time we got a green dot on the weekly for Link was right here around $13. It went all the way up to 28. We were cashing out right here around $20 to $24. Okay, this is where we were selling, or at least I was selling. Okay, when we got that red dot there, boom, pulled it all the way back. Now we're accumulating. I think my average cost on Chainlink is around $14.50 now. And I'm sitting right about even right now. So I'm just waiting for this next impulsive move higher. Their ETF just came out. G-Link is what it's called. The Grayscale Chainlink Trust ETF. Okay, so this thing just came out this week. And you can see it gapped up today. So there is buyers stepping in. But this is giving Chainlink exposure to a lot of institutional investors. Now, all those 401k people that can't buy crypto with their 401ks can now get exposure to Chainlink through an ETF called G-Link. This just came out 3 days ago. Or I'm sorry, yesterday is when this came out. So I'm very bullish on Link. My first target's up here at 24 to 26. I think Link is the biggest no-brainer to trade right now. And again, that green dot will confirm the bottom just like it did back here in April and June, and back here in 2024, and back here in 2023, okay, and back here in 2018, and back here in 2020, okay? We're using the data, folks. All of our strategy, all of everything we do is based on three things, okay? Logic, data, and discipline. The data comes from the charts. The logic comes from the way we think about our strategy, and then the discipline comes from sticking to the trading rules that are laid out right here under the trading rules for you. And again, if you aren't familiar with the trading rules, I got a free trading course, about 7 or 8 videos that'll walk you through everything you need to know about trading these signals. Okay, so we're in a really good place for Link, in my opinion. I love the fact that they just came out with an ETF, and that's just going to bring more exposure to Chainlink. So I think over time, Chainlink, I told somebody today in the Discord, I think it's hitting anywhere from $50 to $100 when the real bull run happens. Okay, and I think we're setting up very, very nicely here. Chainlink is one of my favorite trades, and it is, I think it's either my largest or second largest position. APT's trying to find a bottom right here at 2. Again, I just wait for the weekly or that monthly signal. One of the two is where I'd be looking to buy APT here. I'd look for the monthly or the weekly. Okay, and $2 is a good round number. It looks like it's trying to bounce right there as well. Prime's got a weekly signal, but nothing on the monthly yet. If you believe in this project, it's right at these lows from 2023. I think right here under $1, it looks good. This thing was as high as $28 back here in March, just over about a year and a half ago. It's at 86 cents. So again, I don't know anything about this project, but that green dot on the monthly will probably call the bottom. If you believe in this project, I would be buying it down here at 86. I mean, if that goes back to $20, that's a ridiculous move. That's 1,800% if it just goes back to $20, and it was at 28. So that looks really interesting. We got Pepe, everybody's favorite, or used to be favorite meme coin when it was trading up here. Now it's all the way back down here again. We'd be looking for the monthly or the weekly signal. It does actually have the weekly signal here, so not a bad place to take a stab at it. I like Pepe at these levels. I'd be a buyer of Pepe off this weekly dot. I'd at least start a position here with how hard it's been hit. If you believe in it, you could see we bounced. We're bouncing right here off this low. You see that candle, how that wicked down back here in 2024 in April. I hit that low right there at 0.0039. I'm going to mark that. And look where we're bouncing, okay? This is called technical analysis, folks. We can use the past data to see where buyers stepped in last time, okay? That sent the price higher. And we're literally bouncing right on that spot. So I would play this weekly dot here on Pepe. I actually do like Pepe. I'm actually going to call this out for you guys over here. Pepe weekly. Boom. So, again, I don't invest in Pepe. I'm not a big meme coin guy. I don't like meme coins. I need to know what the utility is of them. You want a low cap play that I like? I like Plume. I like XCN. I like Riz, and I also own a little bit of Chirp. But Plume, I think right now is a no-brainer. I shared that on Twitter today. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, it's just at Overkill Trading. I put out a lot of free information over there as well, along with the Discord. But Plume is going to be listed on Coinbase soon. They have added Plume to their network. So when Coinbase lists them, normally what happens to the project is it goes up because it gets access to a ton of different buyers. So they're a real world asset name. That's Plume. I think this thing is going back to 20 cents without a doubt. So I'd rather buy Plume than Pepe, but I would play Pepe off that green dot there on the weekly. We got Nvda. Nvidia's interesting here. I don't like the weekly chart. See that MACD crossover? That's pretty ugly. It is trying to bounce here. It's red on the monthly. For our strategy, guys, this isn't a place where we want to buy. We never want to buy up here in the red zone. We want to buy names that are down here in the golden zones. Okay, either this golden zone or this golden zone. I mean, we were buying RR right here at $3 last week or about a week and a half ago. We were buying these signals down here. Okay, we were in the middle golden zone. We never want to buy in the red zone. Okay, when we're in the red zone, okay, on the daily chart, using our Fibonacci tool. And again, if you guys do not have the Fibonacci, you guys can download all the indicators, the red and green dots, the Fibonacci, everything that we use here by coming over here to the trading indicator tab. You just click on this link right here and everything loads directly up into your account. But we use this Fibonacci tool, and I have a whole video on it in that trading course on why it's important. But the red zone is where we look to take profits. Okay, we want to sell a red dot in the red zone. Okay, when we're in the red zone, that means that we are up here. Okay, we're in this area. That's what that means. That's all you have to know. So we don't want to buy in this area, right? We don't want to buy up here when everyone's jumping for joy after it already went up 300%. We want to wait for a pullback into the golden zone and then set it up. Okay, those were beautiful buy signals right there on RR. And this thing's, I mean, it's got earnings here after the bell, it looks like. So earnings could drop on earnings, but this thing's pointing straight up and to the right, man. It's up 16% today, looking very, very good. MACD's crossing over. Again, I bought this at 3. You guys were asking me if you'd buy it here at 4. I liked it better at 3, but it does have room to go back to 7. So I personally think this stock's going anywhere from 15 to 20, maybe even $30. I mean, they got some pretty big partnership announcements, and if that weekly dot comes, if they beat their earnings here, you should see this name a lot higher. I still like it. I'm a holder. And I mean, if you're not in and you want to get in, I still think $4 looks cheap, but I did like it better at 3 where we were buying it off the signals, right? We want to get in the day of that green dot, okay, when it makes sense. We were buying back here November 17th is when I think I took my position around 3. I think my average cost is around $3.20. So you're seeing this one start to play out a little bit. That one looks good. I don't even know how we got on RR there, to be honest with you. I squirrel! No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I love these requests. You guys are putting in really good requests. I like looking at good quality names, no penny stocks, no meme coins, just good quality projects. I love it. I love our community, man. And again, we're doing these chart request videos Monday through Thursday now. They're going to be a lot shorter than they were, so you guys don't have to sit through a 2 or 3 hour video. We're going to break it up throughout the week. So it sounds like you guys are really liking the new format. So I'm really happy. I want to cater the Monday through Thursday videos to people who kind of already understand the strategy and what it is we're looking for here. If you guys are new, I highly recommend just tapping in, joining the Discord. It's free to join. There is a paid membership, but checking out that trading course, that'll get you up to date with our strategy and what it is we're looking for with the red and green dots and the Fibonacci and everything that we're doing. Tesla, I closed my short position today on Tesla. The reason I closed my short position for a loss was because this green dot's showing up here. So it's trying to reverse here. If this thing can break out over 480, that's going to be a really nice breakout. You see a MACD cross as well. So it's too much. It's too much in the. We're ranging right now, right? So if it breaks back down below 400, I'll re-enter that short position. But as of right now, with it breaking out here, given a green dot here on the weekly, I don't want to be short. So I wouldn't go long here. I wouldn't long it here because, again, it's already up pretty nicely on the year. But if it breaks out over that 480 and goes to all-time highs, you're probably going to see a blue sky breakout like that. It's too hard for me to tell which direction we're going to go. If you want to be a buyer here off this weekly alert, which I wouldn't recommend it, I only like to buy the weekly alerts when they're down here. I don't like to buy them up here. I like to buy them when they're deep. The blue wave is deep because again, the weekly blue wave is what we could use as a fear and greed index, right? People are fearful down here and they're greedy up here. Okay, this is when everyone's freaking out about it, wanting to buy it. Everyone's saying how it's the best company in the world, yada, yada, yada. You get the red dot, and then they just pull the rug out underneath you. That last green dot we called back here in April was at $2.39. I'm sorry, $239. It went all the way up to $4.80. That was a 100% move. Okay, people were roasting me on TikTok when we called this out down here at around $240. I was getting roasted. But that's the whole point, right? We want to buy when people are right after a big dip. We don't want to buy when it's going straight up. We want to buy when no one else is buying. Okay, and no one was buying Tesla back here when all those tariffs and everything were going on. But the indicator, right, the data said buy. So we go off the data, not what Twitter says. We ignore the noise here. We ignore the noise. What else we got? We got XRP. XRP still just building that base at $2. You could see we've just been hanging around $2. That has been the bottom there since December of last year. For the last year, we've just hung on to this $2 level. So right now, that's the level you want to buy it at. If you like XRP right here, I like how far the wave is down here. The last time this wave was all the way down here was back in 2024 when we called it out back here at 40 cents. Okay, we bought XRP last year at 40 cents. Where was everyone wanting to buy this year? No one was buying it back here. Everyone was buying it up here at $3. Okay, we want to get in before that hype. I like the fact that the wave is back down here. So again, with any cryptocurrency right now, with any altcoin that we are looking to invest in, we are looking for the weekly signal. And I can tell you right now that we are very close to getting it. I'm telling you, 1 to 3 weeks max. Okay, 1 to 3 weeks max. By the time the new year hits, I think we're going to have a big boom into January, and we're going to run up really hard into Q1, probably into March, April is my prediction. And then we're going to find the top, and then that's when we'll be exiting our positions, just like we did back here in August, September. Okay, so I like XRP at $2 still. If it goes down to 150, I'd just buy more, have a plan to buy more, right? You don't want to go too heavy all at once. Something in the trading rules that I like to reiterate here is the fact that we don't want to exceed more than 5% of our total position in one trade. So that means never put more than 5% of your portfolio in on one of these dots. Okay, so you can go 5% here, and then if it goes down, right, you can add another 5%, but never go too heavy off of one signal because not any trading strategy is 100%. These are very accurate if you can hold, right? People ask me what the win percentage is. My first question back to them is, how long are you willing to hold? Because the longer you're willing to hold based on these monthly and weekly dots, the more accurate they're going to be. If you're willing to hold for 1 to 6 months, I say anywhere from 70 to 80% accuracy. You'll make money within I would say 75 to 85% of the time if you're buying good quality projects. Now, if you're willing to hold for a year, that might go from 75 to 85, maybe up to 90 or 95. Okay, if you're truly buying these green dots down here and selling up here, if you're willing to wait 2 years, it's probably even more accurate than 90%. You're probably up there at 96% if you could buy down here and wait 2 years, right? If you bought back here in February of 2023 at 38 cents and you're still holding, you made 1,000% in 2 years. Okay, if you were selling the top. So that's just kind of how we do it. So don't want to go too heavy. Again, 5% is a good general rule on the signals and on anything, right? You want to be diversified. If you only put 5% of your portfolio, now I don't follow that to a T. Like right now, I think Chainlink makes up about 23% of my total portfolio, maybe around 20%, and DJT around the same thing. So those are two really heavy hitters for me. And then we got RR, Circle, things like that are anywhere from 5 to 10%. So position sizing is very important. If you guys want to learn more about position sizing, there's a video on YouTube. Let me just share this with you. Let me see if I can share this with you real quick. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to actually post the video in the Discord. I know exactly what video I'm thinking about here, so I'm going to show you here. It's called Ray Holy Grail is what it's called. Believe it or not, praise the Lord. It's this video right here. So this video right here taught me a lot. This was a great video on diversification. It's called Ray Dalio Breaks Down the Holy Grail of Investing. I will actually share this with you guys over here. I'll put it in the Spartan chat. This is just our member chat. And you can see that's a great video. If you guys want to watch that a little later today, it's in the Spartan chat right there. Great video on diversifying and position sizing. What else we got? We covered XRP, covered Link, CLSK, and MSTR. We'll start with CLSK here. And this one's still green on the monthly. So what are we looking for? We're looking for weekly dots and daily dots. This thing gave the daily down here at around 10. It's all the way up to 14 now. It's trying to find a bottom. I think it's still bullish. Our target's always up here in the red zone. You could set a trailing stop loss at like $13 if you want. I would definitely have a stop loss at 12 on this one. We'd just be looking to take profits on the next red dot from CLSK. But that looks very bullish, very strong. And if Bitcoin's really going to break out here like it looks like it's going to, you should see CLSK trading much, much higher. And then MSTR, another crypto name here. They're obviously the largest Bitcoin holder from a company standpoint. Right now, it's at the bottom of the fib. So I would say this looks very interesting here at around 160. And the weekly is showing. So you got a weekly dot here from Strategy, folks. 160 looks to be the bottom of MSTR. I'm actually going to call this one out for you guys over here as well. In the alert section, this actually looks like a decent spot to take a position on it if you believe in the project. Okay, if you don't believe in the company, if you think they're going to go bankrupt, obviously don't buy it. But that is a very bullish looking signal. This thing is very oversold right now. And like I said, if Bitcoin finds a bottom here and goes up, you're going to see MSTR bounce really, really hard. And there's been a lot of negative news this week about it, so something to pay attention to. Like we like it when everybody's negative on something. Because when people are negative on something, it means that that they lost on the position, right? They hate MSTR now because they bought it up here at 450 when we were calling the top off these dots. Okay, we called the top back here on the monthly, right back here in, what was that, July? Okay, $400, all the way down to 185. So people aren't having a good time with MSTR right now, but we like that. We like the negativity toward a name because that means we're buying when everyone's in despair. Everyone's fearful. I love this signal right here. I'm actually going to drop a TikTok off on it here after this. So MSTR looks very interesting. I'd be a buyer of it off this weekly signal just to start a position if you like the company, right? Personally, me, I'd probably rather just buy Bitcoin, but this is given a buy signal here today on December 3rd. So what else we got? We're going to leave off there with MSTR. We'll continue on tomorrow. We'll start right here with Mara tomorrow. And we'll just keep going down the list, folks. If you got requests, just drop them over here. Again, these are going to be short, sweet, and to-the-point videos Monday through Thursday, so just keep those requests coming. Again, if you guys don't have the trading indicators, you guys can download those by clicking this link over here in the Discord. You just click it a couple times, and everything loads directly up, right? You're going to get the Fibonacci, the red and green dots, the MACD. Your screen's going to look exactly like mine if you guys want access to these tools. Check out that trading course and drop your chart requests in here to be covered in future videos. God bless you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.